Oh, great Julianos, may you grant me the wisdom so I may properly debunk this video and expose the lies of this conspiracy theorist. Oh, great Julianos, God of wisdom and magic, may you... What? Greetings YouTube! I am Son of Sothis. Welcome to my channel, where I debunk the lies that just won't die. Today, I'm going to debunk a guy's video where he claims that the video game industry is Luciferian, and that they're using satanic symbols in order to brainwash the masses. Is there any truth to this? Is the video game industry really satanic? Are they using occult symbols in order to brainwash us? Or is this nothing more than the result of paranoia, delusion, and snowflakery? Let's get to the video, shall we?
Hey guys, it's Jared. We're going to start this Assassin's Creed mega blockbuster video game franchise. There's a constant theme of Illuminati, Luciferian, and satanic symbolism throughout games.
And what's wrong with that, Jared? Game designers can use whatever symbols they want in their games. That's including Illuminati and occult symbols. There's nothing wrong with that.
Desmond walks up to an eagle eye, see writing all over the wall with what appears to be a demon head as well. And as you progress further in the room, you'll see all over the room is Illuminati and satanic references everywhere. This symbol I found.
The Eye of Horus and the pentagram are not satanic symbols. They're pagan symbols and they're occult symbols. But they're not satanic symbols. Now, I know you conspiracy theorists like to conflate those, but they're not the same thing, my friend.
This symbol I found really interesting. Here, you got the Illuminati pyramid and the sun worship, but the reference to the forbidden fruit and the tree of knowledge of good and evil really ties it in and shows their true colors. The Illuminati are Luciferians, satanically inspired to bring about the one world government talked about in Revelation. And all throughout this game, you're looking at their symbolism. You're worshipping their symbolism.
That's gotta be the dumbest thing I ever heard. Really, Jared? Worshipping their symbols? What does that even mean? Honestly, my friend, have you even played Assassin's Creed? Okay, for those of you who don't know, let me explain. In the game, you have to find these glyphs and activate them with your eagle vision in order to unlock a puzzle. And when you solve the puzzle, it unlocks a clip. In the game, you have to find all of the glyphs, solve all their puzzles, and it activates a video, a secret video within the game. That's the point of it. So no, they're not trying to get you to worship their symbols. Oh, and by the way, my friend, the all-seeing eye is actually a Christian symbol. That's right. The all-seeing eye, or the Eye of Providence, originates from Christian iconography. The eye represents the all-seeing eye of God, and the triangle represents the Trinity, the Holy Trinity, the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. That's what it represents. Let me give you some examples. Oh yes, the Apple of Eden is actually an item in the game. So yes, they're gonna have a reference for it. Oh, and come to think of it, the Assassin's Creed games are full of Christian symbols. Are they trying to brainwash us with Christian symbols?
But it's not just the symbolism we have to worry about. If we really think about it, these games are starting to take on themes, building better worlds. It's got the pyramids all inside the W. That's a New World Order reference. Right here at the beginning of this Aliens vs. Predator game, the Predators have the same symbolism that the Mayans and the Aztecs used for the sun, and constructed in the same exact type of pyramids that they used for sacrificing of children to demonic gods. Here it looks like the gates of hell with two Predators standing guard, and then an illumination happens once the unlocking occurs, and a great light shoots out of the pyramid and illuminates the top of it.
Okay, why are you conspiracy theorists so obsessed with pyramids and triangles? Okay, so what if a game designer wants to use a pyramid, or a triangle, or a Mayan calendar? That's not a problem. They're not trying to brainwash you, they're not trying to promote human sacrifice. It's just a game, my friend.
You guys, this is not a video to condemn or judge anyone for playing games. I was a video gamer. I spent hours a day playing video games, but there's a point where we gotta be honest with ourselves. And like, look at this aiming reticle, man. All throughout this game, you were forced to stare at this pyramid, this red pyramid juggling around your fate. Or we're just going to stay ignorant and say, oh no, they're not trying to push any symbolism at us. Look, he just killed a guy and threw up his hands. What did he do? Oh, that was for the jump. No, look at the way he threw up his hands in the same pyramid that all of Hollywood is using. The same pyramid symbolism. The same throwing up the hands in praise, worshipping the pyramid, worshipping the Illuminati Luciferian pyramid. And now you have to do it with your avatar.
Okay, first of all, not every triangle is a pyramid. And two, why is it a problem that celebrities make this stupid hand gesture? Why? You know, honestly, I think there's a few reasons why these celebrities do it. One, I think they do it because they think it looks cool. Yeah, you know what I mean. And also, I think it's the way they promote themselves. Because honestly, oftentimes when they do this, they know that a conspiracy theorist like you will make a video about it, and it will draw attention to them and their music. And they'll sell more music and make more money as a result. Genius! You know, you conspiracy theorists throw in everything. Because honestly, nowadays, you can't use a triangle for anything. You can't use a pyramid ever. Otherwise, you're promoting the Illuminati. Heck, you can't even use an eye in a symbol. Otherwise, you're a Luciferian. Come on, my friend. We have used triangles and eyes and symbols for thousands of years. It wasn't until you conspiracy theorists came and said, oh no, we don't like it when you use triangles. Honestly, my friend, what do you expect to do? Ban triangles?
Video games are being used as an influential tool to prepare the hearts of man for the antichrist system, and no game is this more apparent than BioShock Infinite. In this game, you have the mark of the false shepherd on your right hand, and you go around killing the religious people who are a clear caricature of Christians. And what you'll see in this walkthrough right here is that people are taking joy in it. I hope that this video will be a revelation to a lot of people of what is going on in these video games right now and how they are using them to prepare men to accept the beast.
Yes, this video is a revelation on how paranoid you are. Okay, before he completely misrepresents this game, let me give you a little backstory on BioShock Infinite. The game takes place in 1912, where you play as a former Pinkerton agent who travels to the airborne city of Columbia in order to find a missing girl. Now, Columbia was founded by the self-proclaimed prophet Zachary Hale Comstock, who used his connections in Congress to build this floating city. Columbia was meant to serve as a floating World's Fair and as a display to the world of the success of American exceptionalism. But eventually, tensions rose between Columbia and the United States government. So, Columbia seceded from the United States and became its own independent country. Under Comstock's rule, Columbia became a theocratic police state. Columbia was transformed into a militant, pseudo-Christian utopia, where they worshipped Comstock as a divine prophet. But later in the game, it is soon revealed that Columbia is actually a dystopia, where white supremacy and institutional racism reign supreme. A place where racial segregation is heavily enforced to the point where interracial couples face the risk of a public stoning.
Showing all the crap.
Hallelujah.
What the? Why would he send his Savior unto us if we will not raise a finger for our own salvation? And though we deserve not his mercy, he has led us to this new Eden. And the prophet shall lead the people to the new Eden.
And the giving of thanks, and by submerging ourselves in the
Look at these weirdos.
sailed against the Sodom beneath us. It. Is it someone new? Someone from the Sodom below, newly come to Columbia?
I just need passage into the city.
Passage to the city. Brother, the only way to Columbia is through rebirth in the sweet waters of baptism. Will you be cleansed, brother?
Hey, I'm just looking to pass through.
What? Must I?
Let's either this or turn around and get back on that rocket.
Hey, I baptize you in the name of our prophet, in the name of our founders, and the name of our Lord.
Yes, cleanse yourself! No, this game is not trying to enforce the idea that Christians are crazy. Heck, the people in this game don't represent real-world Christians. This is Colmastock's cult. It's a fictional cult in a fictional game.
That's messed up. They're looking at the founding fathers.
And so each year we recommit ourselves to our founders.
And recommit to our prophet, Father Comstock.
Our prophet fills our lungs with water, so they may better love the air.
I'll fill your face with fists if you keep talking to me like that. Who are you? Some douchebag that I want to beat the hell out of.
Talos is the true God. What do you think you're doing?
So you think this game is brainwashing people into thinking Christians are crazy, huh? My friend, you do realize the vast majority of Americans are Christian, right? Heck, the vast majority of people in the Western world are Christian! This game is not gonna fool anyone!
Another one of these. Beware the false shepherd. Seeks only to lead our lamb astray. Who is the false shepherd? Only our vigilance protects the lamb from the false shepherd. What the hell are they talking about?
Yes! And in what religion does the very concept of the antichrist come from? Christianity! I just love the double standard. Whenever a game uses occult symbols, or pagan or occult references, it's automatically a conspiracy to brainwash the masses. Ooh. And yet, if a game uses Christian symbols, or Christian references, nobody cares. Oh, but when it's an occult symbol, it's automatically a grand conspiracy. Well, wait a minute. A lot of games use Christian symbols. Heck, the game Kingdom Come Deliverance is full of Christian symbols. Are they trying to brainwash us into becoming Christians?
I want to point this out real quick. Your avatar looks at his hand and sees that he has the mark of the false shepherd. But I want you to look at this billboard. You will know the false shepherd by his mark. You see the mark is AD, but as you see the hand is arranged in the AOK sign, where the index finger and the thumb finger are coming together and the three other fingers are off to the side. Now, this is the symbol that Hollywood's been using for years to subconsciously get the masses ready to accept the mark of the beast. If you ever see this sign or someone throwing it up, be wary, because it is not of Christ, it is of Antichrist.
Okay, first of all, it looks more like a claw than an AOK sign. Honestly, I don't even know where this idea came from. When did this become 666? Heck, this hand gesture was used long before the Arabic numerals were even invented. You know, I don't know who came up with this. I don't know. And here's a little fun fact for you. 666 is actually a code name for Nero. Nero Caesar. And I don't know if you noticed, but Nero's long dead.
He's got the false mark. No, he's the false shepherd. Wow.
And why would it bother him? He's just trying to enjoy a game. And heck, he's probably not a paranoid conspiracy theorist like you who sees satanic symbols everywhere.
Come and claim your prize.
I don't know if I want it. What?
your coffee black these days.
Can I throw it at his balls?
Oh, looks like we've got a shy one.
This guy.
Wait, it's him.
Now, where'd you get that brand, boy? Don't you know that makes you the backstabbing snake in the grass false shepherd?
And we ain't letting no false shepherd into our flock. Show them what we got planned, boys.
What the hell?
Oh! Stop him! Stop him!
Oh! Oh!
Oh, good. I think I got old.
Come on.
Come on.
Oh my god, that's so violent. I love.
Later on in the game, we see who's behind this manipulation tool. It's so violent, they love it. It's the Illuminati, and I hate calling them that. Really, they're the Luciferians, and it really gives an accurate description of the evil we're dealing with.
Okay, first of all, my apologies. I can get a little grossed out sometimes. Oh, and really, Jared, really? You think the Illuminati is trying to program people to kill Christians? No! Like I've already said, they're a fictional cult in a fictional game. Those pseudo-Christians do not represent real-life, everyday, average Christians. You know what, Jared? Let me ask you a few ridiculous questions. Do you support theocratic police states? Do you support white supremacy or segregation, like these people in the game? Do you? Well, I would hope not. I would assume you don't. Well, then they don't represent you! They don't! Gods, why does everything have to be an anti-Christian conspiracy? I don't get it. You know what? Conspiracy theorists have said the same thing about Far Cry 5. In the game, they also had a pseudo-Christian cult that went around killing people that didn't convert their way. And let me ask you something. Are you an extremist? Well, I would hope not. I would assume you oppose radicalism. Well, these people don't represent you! They don't represent real-life, everyday, average Christians! They don't!
Now, Bioshock Infinite's a drastic case, but I want you guys to realize this symbolism is in all video games. These influences are in all video games. This is the symbol for Link right here, and this is the symbol for the Knights Templar. It's the same exact thing, guys.
No, Jared, that is not the symbol of the Knights Templar. This is. And no, Jared, the Knights Templar never even used that symbol. So I had to do a little digging to find it, and well, it's actually just some frickin' necklace. Honestly, Jared, did you even do your research at all?
The pyramid, the all-seeing eye right here. You have a little illuminated creature flying above Link. It says this statue's one-eye's gaze pierces into your mind. The illumination's there. He's fighting a demonic creature with the illuminated all-seeing eye pyramid. All-seeing eyes everywhere.
Actually, Jared, you're right. These symbols are in a lot of games. Yes. And there's a reason for that. And no, it's not to brainwash the masses or whatever nonsense. It's actually to help them promote their games. And guess what, my friend? You're helping them! Let me explain something, Jared. Because you conspiracy theorists like to make videos exposing satanic symbols in video games, you're actually giving these people free advertising! Yes! And of course many people watch conspiracy videos like this, and when you talk about symbolism in their games, people might say, you know what? That game looks interesting. I think I want to buy it. Don't you see, my friend? There's a reason why they're putting all these so-called Illuminati symbols in there. Because they want conspiracy theorists like you to talk about their games. Don't you see? You're being played like a fiddle. You're giving them free frickin' advertising.
The Highland family crest is symbolized sun worship, and Baphomet worship. Right there. It's Satan, guys. It's Satan.
No, my friend, the Highland Crest does not represent Baphomet. It represents the goddess Hyla. The symbol actually represents a bird, not Baphomet. And here's a little fun fact. Baphomet is not Satan. Baphomet is actually nothing more than an alchemy symbol. Baphomet is not an entity of any kind, no. And honestly, my friend, you keep referencing sun worship. Well, why? What do you have against sun worshippers?
Right here, one of the tasks for the game, you take gems and lay them before an altar for the sun in a temple, and when you finish this task, the pyramid gets illuminated. Guys, how much clearer do they have to make it until you're going to realize that this is the world? This is the world. Here's Skyrim. This is a game that takes hours of people's lives. Hours of it. This is their second life. What does it have? Upside down pentagrams with eyeballs in them. Upside down pentagram with an eyeball in it. They have temples with upside down pentagrams and eyes in them, man. What does this look like to you? This looks satanic. Look at it. It's satanic, man.
Yes, Jared, we heard you the first time. Honestly, my friend, have you even played Skyrim? Because that's one of my favorite games. Jared, that temple is actually the College of Winterhold, and that upside-down pentagram is actually the symbol of the college. And no, it does not represent the Eye of Satan. It represents the Eye of Magus, a god of magic in the Elder Scrolls series. The symbol of the college is actually a variation on the symbol of the Mages Guild.
Right here, the Skyrim character with the darkened right eye, the evil right eye. Hollywood is using this same symbol all the time. It is the symbol of the beast. It is the symbol of the beast. They are subliminally getting us ready with all the things that we like to like the beast. That is what they are doing. These are the foot soldiers of Satan seeking to push God out.
Really? So they're trying to push God out? How can you even push a God out anyways? Oh, I'm sorry, Jared. I didn't mean to offend you. Would you prefer if I covered my left eye instead? Jared, I hate to break it to you, but not everything is about Christianity. Just because they're doing something non-Christian doesn't mean there's some frickin' conspiracy.
These games are a part of it. That's what we need to see. They are all pushing the same satanic themes. Right here, the Bible strictly forbids against witchcraft. But you'll see this game is laden with occultic arts and demonic worship. This man is resurrected not by the power of Christ, but by dark magic. And we've been desensitized so much by these things it doesn't even faze us.
Or maybe it's because we're not paranoid and don't see satanic symbols everywhere we look. Maybe we're just trying to enjoy a game. Relax. Have fun. Maybe that's because we're not so triggered just because we see a symbol that's not Christian. Because that's what you are, my friend. Triggered.
This is one of the gods in the game, Julianos. You go to a temple and you worship there to get skill points. Her symbol is a pyramid with the rays of the sun coming off it. This is one of the pyramids from her temple, and as you can see when you highlight the lines, it has the same symbolism that the Freemasons use.
Okay, first of all, Julianos is a guy, and two, why do you guys get so triggered over pyramids? Yes, pyramids exist. Get over it. And of course, you always have to find Freemason symbols in everything. Honestly, why do you conspiracy theorists hate the Freemasons so much? What did they ever do to you?
Guys, we need to wake up. We need to see this New World Order plot and how they are using the things that we like against us. Look at this. For your skill points, you have to use astrology. You have to use anything but things of Christ.
Oh yes, Jared, you're correct. That's true. And there's a reason for that. It's because the world doesn't revolve around you! Okay, I am going to be really politically incorrect here. In fact, I'm going to be brutally honest. Jared, not everything has to be Christian. Because the world does not revolve around Christianity. The world does not revolve around your Bible, and it does not revolve around your religion. Gods, Jared, Christianity is not the only religion in the world. Not everything is Christian, and not every piece of media has to be Christian. No, and there's nothing wrong with that. The only problem here is that you're getting offended because they're not using Christian symbols in everything. Come on, Jared. Really?
That's what it's all about, guys. Anything you want. That's what the Satanists believe. Do as thou wilt. Do as you want. So Lucifer the light bearer brought them their knowledge, and now they're passing it on. They're trying to fulfill the mission that he has laid out before them. This whole game, the Bible strictly forbids against witchcraft.
Yes, the Bible forbids against witchcraft. But not everyone follows the Bible, Jared. And not everything has to be based around the Bible.
The Bible also says, if you kill your brother in your heart, then it's the same as doing it. So if we're practicing witchcraft in our heart, oh man, I'm a mage, yeah, then that's what we're doing. The satanic imagery is here, and we are dark magicians now, because we play this game. God sees it as all the same. He knows our hearts, guys. This is satanic. This is the beast system.
God sees it as all the same? Really? So if I do something in a video game that's actually doing it in real life? Really? So, if I played Shadow of War, does that mean I'm a real orc slayer? And if I played Red Dead Redemption, does that mean I'm a real outlaw? And if I played The Witcher 3, does God see me as an actual monster hunter? And if I play the Assassin's Creed games, does God see me as an actual assassin? Oh, wow, I play a lot of games. And if I were to play a surgery simulation game, would God see me as an actual surgeon? Okay, fine, I never played a surgery simulation game, but you get the point. I think God knows the difference between what you do in a video game and reality. It's just a game, my friend. And no, my friend, the witchcraft in these fantasy games is not even real witchcraft. If that was the case, then I would be able to shoot lightning out of my fingertips. Somehow I can't do that. I can't shoot fire out of my hands either.
How much more clear do they have to make it before it doesn't sit well with us? Love not the world or the things of the world. For if you love the world, the love of the Father's not with you. You won't find buildings with Christ painted that big on it.
Really? Because I've seen quite a few large images of Christ. Heck, I even seen grand temples that were built in his honor. And there are many huge monuments dedicated to Christ. And I believe they have a giant statue of him in Rio.
Even in kid games you see the eye symbolism. In the game you have to run up and bow down before eyes that are right below a pyramid with an illuminated top. This is worship, guys. These people are slaves. They are getting you ready to worship the beast, even with kid games. Guys, I'm not condemning anyone for playing these games. I was a gamer, and I know I didn't put Halo in here. I was an avid player of Halo, Call of Duty. The first-person shooters were my thing. The symbolism's all over it.
Why, of course the symbolism is all over it. You conspiracy theorists are incentivizing these game designers to place the symbols there. Heck, Jared, why do you think a game like Life is Strange is full of Illuminati symbols? When you conspiracy theorists make these videos, you draw attention to their games. People watch these videos and think, you know, that game looks kind of fun. I think I'll buy it.
In Halo, you're killing the covenant. The people of Christ keep the covenant of God. The elites, the prophets, the seers, it's all Christian references, guys. And you gotta run around and kill the covenant, man.
The covenant in Halo has nothing to do with the covenant between the Israelites and Yahweh.
Let's get our heads out of the sand. Let's stop just trying to justify it because we love it. If we love it, then it's probably our flesh that loves it. Every second on earth is a gift from God. God has always made it clear. His desire is that we be good stewards of the gifts and blessings He gives. How can we be considered good stewards if we spend our lives looking at satanic imagery and symbolism in all of these games? God.
Oh, for the love of Athena. Jared, just because you call a symbol satanic doesn't automatically make it satanic.
Guys, we have to be real. If we are going to serve Christ, the Great Commission was, once we are saved, to bring others to Christ, not to sit around and look at Satan's arts. That's why I love the analogy of the bridegroom. Christ is the groom, and we are the bride. If a bride is running around cheating on the groom with his enemy every single night until the wedding day, when she comes to the wedding day, she'll get to the altar and he'll be like, dude, get away from me. I don't want you. You've been cheating on me with my enemy. That's how it's going to be when we die and stand before Christ. He's going to be, what did you do with the life I gave you? What did you do with the work that I set before you? What did you do? You'll be like, well, I mean, we were looking at Satan's pictures all the time and stuff just to pass the time because we were bored. We were hanging out with Satan. I mean, he was there. He kept me entertained, you know, and, but I told people that I was a Christian. You know what I mean? Guys, it doesn't work like that. And I think if we're honest with ourselves, we'll know. That's why I had to give up video games.
Well, Jared, if you want to be a good Christian and abstain from video games, that's fine. Go ahead. But you don't have to make up ridiculous conspiracy theories. But he has a good point there. Life is too precious to waste. You shouldn't waste all your time playing video games. There's other things to do. So go ahead, Jared. Go and marry Jesus. And I will marry the goddess Isis. If that makes any sense.
And it was a hard thing for my flesh to do, but God made it so easy. And I'm telling you guys, if you look at the amount of symbolism and the things that they are doing right now, you'll realize how short it is, like I did. It's time that we step up and be the men of God we were meant to be, not the little boys of the world. It's time, guys. They're brainwashing us. That's what they're doing, distracting us from what they are setting up around us. And I will not be a part of this satanic system any longer. Dive into the scriptures. Read the word. That's where the truth is.
Well, at least according to your beliefs. But very well then. But you know, come to think of it, doesn't your Bible preach for a one-world government and a one-world religion? Just asking. If you don't want to play video games, then don't play video games. But hey, a little video games now and then are fine. Especially now that we're in the middle of a frickin' plague. Well, alright then. Well, that's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed. And please, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Politicians are put there to give you the idea that you have freedom of choice. You don't. You have no choice. You have owners. They own you. Illuminati, you've come to take control. You can take my heartbeat, but you can break my soul. Well-educated people capable of critical thinking. They're not interested in that. That doesn't help them.